Then you have the nervous innervation. For the parasympathetic, the nervous innervation is from the cystic plexus, which is the part of the hepatic plexus. The nervous innervation is from the cystic plexus, which is a part of the hepatic plexus. Moreover, it is from the vagal trunks. The nervous innervation is from the vagal trunks and the phrenic nerve, right phrenic nerve. Then for the sympathetic, it is from thoracic 7 to 9. Parasympathetics, they are motor to the musculature, but they are inhibitory to the sphincters, whereas sympathetics, they are motor to sphincters and they are vasomotor. Then some applied aspect of the gallbladder. You can see here in the gallbladder you can have stones. These stones are formed due to the imbalance between the bile salt and the cholesterol. So these stones present in the gallbladder lead to the condition called as the cholelithiasis. The stones in the gallbladder lead to the condition which is called as the cholelithiasis. Fine. Then you can have the inflammation of the gallbladder, that is called as the cholecystitis. Inflammation of the gallbladder is called as the cholecystitis. Since your fundus, this is the fundus, I will show you. This is the fundus. Since your fundus, it is being present between the, यहाँ से होता है आपका कोस्टल कार्टिलेज ऑफ द नाइन्थ रिब, और यहाँ से एक बीच में बिल्कुल सेंटर ऑफ द एब्डोमेन में एक मसल होती है, उसका नाम होता है रेक्टस एब्डोमिनस. सो योर फंडस इज प्रेजेंट बिटवीन द कोस्टल कार्टिलेज ऑफ द नाइन्थ रिब एंड द रेक्टस एब्डोमिनस. If the pressure is put here, a patient can toss in pain because of the inflamed gallbladder. So that condition is called as the Murphy's sign. When the finger is placed just below the costal margin, अगर यहाँ पे एक finger place करेंगे तो patient will feel sharp pain. That pain will be felt on inspiration, which is called as the Murphy's sign. It is called as the Murphy's sign. Moreover, for gallbladder functioning you can do via USGs, and the bile duct status you can assess via ERCP. That ERCP means endoscopic retrograde cholangiography. Then in the gallbladder you can have various tumors of the gallbladder. You can have polyps, and there can be obstruction in the this biliary tree. That obstruction can be either intrahepatic or extrahepatic. When the gallbladder slips into the bile duct, you can see in the picture, the gallbladder stone, it slips into the bile duct. It can cause as the intrahepatic obstruction. Similarly, you have another organ here, that is the pancreas. The head of the pancreas can compress the gallbladder. That is called as the extrahepatic obstruction. Intrahepatic and the extrahepatic obstruction. Then what happens if we have the obstruction? You can have jaundice, in which there will be light colored stools, and the urine will be high colored. Then you can have a sign that is called as the Courvoisier's law. You can have a Courvoisier's law here. What is the Courvoisier's law? Whenever you have a true extrinsic obstruction, like the pancreas is there is tumor in the pancreas, and that will be obstructing the bile externally. By giving the external pressure here, the gallbladder dilates. The gallbladder dilates when there is extrinsic obstruction. Whereas in the intrinsic obstruction, that is when there is a stone impaction somewhere, the gallbladder shrinks because there is fibrosis occurs there. That is why the gallbladder shrinks. Sometimes what happens, the gallstones may perforate. They may perforate the wall of the gallbladder. इसको perforate करेंगे, see they will go into the lumen of the duodenum. यहाँ से they can block the intestines, usually at the ileocecal junction, which is very narrow and can cause obstruction. Then your gallbladder is what I can say reservoir of typhoid bacilli. You can be a carrier. In typhoid, gallbladder can be a carrier, and you can have chronic infection then. What else we have? You have one more thing, that is the Callus triangle. See this, you have the Callus triangle. What is the Callus triangle? The Callus triangle, this is the triangular space which is formed by this is the hepatic duct. This is the hepatic duct. This is the cystic duct, hepatic duct, and the cystic duct, and fifth segment of the liver. They form the triangle. Hepatic duct, cystic duct, and the fifth segment of the right hemiliver, they form the triangle. This triangle is called the Callus triangle. Now, what is the significance? You have the cystic artery and the cystic nodes which are present in this Callus triangle. I think this much is sufficient for you. I have taken this class on behalf of Dr. Samreen. Thank you.